part 2 for Miss Mon. Okay, so how are you feeling so far?
Yeah, that feels a lot better.
Okay, so let's, because you are a bit swollen. Oh,
Yeah.
right, feel the, can you feel the heat in there?
Yeah, no, it's really, yeah.
It's very not happy.
It's never been like that before.
Interesting. So let's get this little doodad under your knees. Take your pressure off your lower back. Okay, so turning the feet into the centre, that's actually perfect. There's
Yeah,
no, you know.
I've been doing that.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Oh, fingers outstretched. Oh, you could feel it. How did you know? That's out by like 2 inches.
Yeah.
That's amazing, like 5 centimetres.
Two joints.
Yeah, whereas the feet were perfect. So in other words, your feet, you're standing your ground,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
or maybe you're going to go up to the sky. Yeah. Got a picture of some cartoon, Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, your poor little knees. Okay.
I tell you, it is such a struggle, especially getting up and downstairs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Well, luckily
walking.
there's no stairs anywhere.
Hey?
Luckily there's no stairs anywhere. You know, not your house, not my house. Let's whack some renew on there. I know you've been doing this all the time, but we'll pop some on there anyway.
Yep, used the whole tube this week.
Yeah. And does it help each time?
Yeah, and then I've been putting either the ice glue on it or this bergamot mid.
Beautiful.
So I'm using oil on there too, so, and I'm still losing.
Yeah, well done.
So, I
How long,
thought, well,
in how long have you lost 6 kilos?
9 days.
9 days, 6 kilos. Bloody awesome.
If I hadn't had a bad day on Friday, I would have got me 12 off, I was hoping. Not to worry.
Okay, little body, where do we need to focus next? Flexor hallucis longus, not flexor brevis. Flexor hallucis brevis, but longus, okay. Soleus, not gastrocs. Adductors, okay. As you do. Hold.
Broken.
Hold. Yeah, no. Hold. Hold. That's the brevis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. We'll do both of them anyway, since we need to do some good structural stuff. Breathe in, breathe out and push your toes towards me. We'll go the brevis, breathe in, breathe out and push. And breathe in and out and push. And breathe in, breathe out and lift. And breathe in, breathe out and lift. And breathe in, breathe out and lift. And hold, and hold. Yeah, what a concept. So in here, your adductors are showing. Is it tender in there?
No.
Not too bad? Oh, it is on that
Bit on
side.
that
Okay.
side, yeah.
So let's check the adductors. Hold together. Don't let me pull out on the right. Don't let me pull out on the left. Right, so they must be overworking. So let me... As Teddy would say. And again, hold together on the right. Hold together on the left. Yeah, so it's overworking. So that muscle in there, so you know face down there was a muscle where it was out and I asked you to hold it, just came inwards.
Yeah.
That muscle will be overworking because the ones down deep inside just haven't been
Haven't been
switched
working.
on properly.
Yeah.
So I suspect that it's probably a bully muscle. Hold up nice and strong. Okay. Take away the adductors. Hold. Come back to the adductors. Yeah. So the adductors is a bully muscle.
Okay.
So it's switching off other muscles around it.
Okay.
It's hyperactive.
There's a part there.
Oh, that's it.
That is really sore.
That'll be, oh, okay. Maybe popliteus.
Not so much now, but yeah. it's-
Okay. So let the leg fall out to the side. Hold down, don't let me lift up.
Yep.
And hold down, don't let me lift up. Okay. So the popliteus, it rolls right in behind the knee. Oh, it's not there. Huh, why isn't it there? Okay. Interesting. It's not where I thought it was. Well, it is. It's in behind the knee. So it basically rolls in behind the knee. So it's sort of a real structural support little number.
Because that's the knee that first started off where it'd just give way on me.
Yeah, right.
And it's behind there too that it feels like it's really tight. It's not stretching.
In behind the knee.
Yeah, in the knee itself.
Yeah.
I need my legs to keep me walking.
Absolutely.
Otherwise I'll go crazy. I was not a walker until I got these.
You what?
I was not a walker until I got these.
Oh, I know. That made the world of difference for you. Supporting.
That's what Amanda said. But you're not a walker. I said, no, but I am now. I've got something to account.
Yeah. It's funny. I was watching some little video the other day about permissions on your phone, and I thought, I wonder what permissions I do have on my phone. And I was very grateful that when I got the phone, I must have, been thinking about things, and I turned off the ability for it to track any and all health stuff. Because these phones, when they track your health stuff, they then put the information out there, and then it's all part of your data avatar out there in Monica land. There's a little Monica avatar. So when we use our credit card, all that data goes out there. When we use our phone, all that data goes out there. When we use our computer, all that data goes out there.
That's why we want to take everything else off us so we use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, chatting to someone yesterday who has a house in the UK, and he lives here, but he said, the amount of rules that, it's gone so crazy, with laws to do with, where he lives. It's a massive fine and jail sentence if you drive a diesel car through certain areas in the city.
Really?
Yeah, because, they're all climate change, protected. So they'd rather you go all the way around here in your diesel car rather than... so the diesel won't hurt the environment if you go 4 times the amount of...
Yeah.
Anyway.
So they're only really counting the stuff in that area. They're not talking about that.
It's all crazy.
Yeah.
Hopefully most people understand that it's all just a rort.
I don't think they do that. That's the whole problem.
Well, who's the guy? There was a guy called someone in 1985 or something who came up with the concept of climate change, and he was already a millionaire at the time. Max, oh gosh, I've forgotten his name. I usually know it. But he basically was the one who started driving the concept of, hey, if we own everything on the planet, then we'll be able to control all the resources and we'll be able to allow humanity to live on our planet longer.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So therefore, when they put up the Georgia Guidestones and they had those 10 rules for humanity, including 500 million people on the planet at any one time, and people just didn't question. Strong, Maxwell Strong, Maurice Strong, that's who he was.
Okay.
So he came up with the concept of climate change. Died a billionaire instead of a millionaire because he put all, and same with the dude who did that that truth. He was like a Al Gore, because I was sucked into all that too.
Yeah.
I watched that. I was going to buy myself an electric car. I was right in there with everyone. And but he has become incredibly rich, driving around in his private planes, spouting out to the world that we should not go anywhere, but all these elites are allowed to go anywhere. Anyway, nothing to see here, folks.
Yeah, that little card there is going to last me now.
It does. You've got a good mechanic, haven't you? Yeah. As we want, look after him. Hold. Good. Yeah, because even your perineum along here is a bit not happy. Perineus muscle, sorry. Perineus.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Al Gore and Maurice Strong were obviously buried underneath a big pile of bullshit. Couldn't find them in my brain for a second. Okay. Neck and shoulders being tight as well. This one's raised quite a bit compared to that one.
Yeah,
You know,
that
it's
one's
quite.
actually sore.
Yeah, okay. Let's get some more of this on your knees. Oh, hello. Oh, Monica's on the table.
Come on.
They're staying overnight tonight.
I got it all cut up.
Oh, beautiful, thank you.
I've done everything. Everything I said I wasn't going to do, I did.
See? Magic. You are magic. Yeah, so they'll be back home to Singapore by tomorrow night.
Oh, wow.
I'll leave it. Actually, it's probably closer to midnight, actually.
Oh, okay. Been in over for a while this time, or?
Couple of weeks. I spent the first little while down in Melbourne because she had a friend who was turning 50. So down there, came up here, spent a week up at the sunny coast, or 5 days or something. Then went out to Doug's.
Oh, good.
Doing lots of little jobs for Doug, helping him out.
Oh, that's so much better, that knee. When you rattled it that time, it didn't hurt as much.
At some stage when you've got a spare $100 or whatever it is, you should go see my chiro. And just because he's got some really good tips for posture and sleep and driving and things just to help us keep really more upright as we get older.
Yeah.
And everything I said to him yesterday, he has told me before,
Yeah.
you know, about what I'm doing wrong with my posture and everything. And he
I
said,
had that problem with you too.
well, be glad you are not the only one. So he said, well, let's just pretend we're back at the beginning. So cool, thank you, I appreciate it. It's like when I go out to Matty McGill, have a session of kinesi, and he says, you know you've got to be stretching this and doing that. I go, yeah. I'll come to you every 3-4 months and stretch it. That'll work.
I was just thinking lately, I seem to be coming back for the same thing lately.
No, you're not. That's the thing, it feels like it is, but it's not.
Okay.
Because new stuff is happening in the world all the time.
Yeah.
If you were 2 years old for the rest of your life, yes, it would be the same stuff all the
Okay.
time. Don't forget the last time you thought that, you went down into a big fat pile of poop. So don't be doing that again.
No.
The knee or the muscle?
Yeah.
Muscle at the side?
The knee, no, it's more the knee and behind it.
Ah, that popliteus, okay.
Yeah, just right in there. It just feels like it's tight. It's not loose. Like when you stand, because Renergy's always said stand on your two legs, not one, and one thing.
And Sean says always be ready to bounce. So if you couldn't bounce off your feet, you're in the wrong position. So you've got to have your knees very, very slightly bent all the time,
Okay.
which then puts you in a position where you can bounce. Whereas if your legs are straight, you can't bounce. You know, if your feet are flat.
Okay. Yeah.
So it makes us less useful for fight, flight and freeze if our feet are just flat.
Yeah.
But by bouncing it, it sort of almost automatically starts twisting our pelvis and straightening our little lower back instead of having a big curve.
Okay.
So like it just changes position.
Okay.
So yeah, always think Bugs Bunny, be ready to bounce.
Yeah, okay. Yes, that's this one.
There.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's your gastrocnemius. Okay.
Yeah.
Because where are the tendons in the knee? Around the kneecap, isn't it?
Oh, there's lots.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's lots. But yeah, so there's definitely some in around that whole area, but there will be some in behind on either
okay.
side as well. But yeah, this is very tendinous up through here.
Yeah. Can you feel it?
Yeah, like that. Oh yeah.
That's the good spot, yeah.
Have you been through nearly a whole jar of inflavonoids?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've most probably done enough to next week. Massage will be just the icing on the cake.
Oh man. You might get to enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah, Sean did some work all through here yesterday. Man, there were some ouchy spots.
Yeah. Around the back of the neck, you can use that machine,
Oh, yeah.
but just on light, isn't it?
Yeah, I do it on light, and I also sometimes, and I don't think this is a good idea. Sometimes I even do the base of the skull really lightly.
I so did I last night. Yeah.
But, you know, not full on. You know,
No,
just
no,
sort of,
no.
you know, because that vibration is really what's going to be really doing a lot of the work.
Yeah.
So, you know, sort of doing any of those movements.
Because I just felt sore and I thought, oh, I'll just put it on light.
Doesn't it feel better though?
Oh, yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah. I use mine all the time.
Good. Found another mechanism of damage in an article this morning that was talking about shenanigans of the last 2.5 years. Some of the ingredients are getting into the bone marrow and destroying the stem cells. So, which of course also makes sense with people who are just aging so fast and cancers are taking off at the drop of a hat. So I contacted Linda because I was sort of curious, well, you know how we can't last for more than 3 seconds without redox molecules? Well, I said to her, how are the stem enhance, from Cerule going to work if we've destroyed our stem cells? And she said, when you run out of stem cells, you last 3 days. So in other words, it can't destroy all of them because we would be dead. But then I think about people like Scotty who have been paralysed and because his mouth is starting to not work. I wonder how he's going to go swallowing stuff, And if he's in a respite, I'll bet they won't be doing anything for him regularly. So it's all a bit of a worry. Like, how do you get supplements in when the system's against you?
No, that's right.
Were any of those particularly sore?
Yep.
All of them?
Yep.
And whole? Yeah. Yeah, one of the things Sean was saying is that, like, when he's using that massager, he'll often, like, stretch it out and he'll sort of work in an area or stretch out the legs and work in an area. But then if he finds any little sore spots down through here, he does the vibrator.
I do that too.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, if there's any spots that are still sore, he does this, he said he calls it a drilling technique.
Yeah.
It's like, and he did it yesterday, and he finds a spot and then he just sort of gives it like a little, you imagine drilling into an area, it just sort of helps to open up that little area of congested nerves and lymphatics. Because down through there, all those neurolymphatics relate to just about every organ in the body. Remember about page, 10, 12, 14 of the Touch for Health book? There's a page of neurolymphatics.
Okay.
So you can even go over all of those every so often when you're just feeling like a good old detox.
Okay.
Rub them, massage them, whatever. Yeah, so I would be having a look for because popliteus will be in that book.
Yeah.
So think popliteus and adductors, because that's really tight in here.
Yeah.
So, and if you can't remember, send me a text.
Okay.
But yeah, popliteus and adductors, because that does seem to be a bit, and perineus as well. But yeah, if you start...
There is that muscle that goes right from your hip, right down to
sartorius. Glorious sartorius. So hold there, don't let me lift and straighten. Hold. That one's fine. Actually, is it fine or is it in second stage stress?
Because that's the one I've been massaging.
Yeah, right. And hold. It is overworking. Well done. Cool. And hold, I'm lifting and straightening. I have never checked that for hyperactivity in my life before.
Okay.
Interesting. 28 years later.
I remember you saying that muscle is about one of the longest ones, and that's the one that tend to be
Hold
sore.
together. Yeah, right. They're both overactive.
Yeah.
So you've got this one overactive, you've got that one overactive. No wonder your knees are struggling at the moment. Because what that's going to be doing is tightening all of that energy in through here. It's going to be pulling the ligaments and tendons out from your knees.
Okay.
Cool.
See, an X-ray wouldn't have told me.
No,
that, would it?
X-ray would not have shown squat. Got your emails working again?
Yes.
So I'll run a scan for you and send it home today as well.
Okay, thank you.
And can you get them on your phone? Is your phone
No.
smart enough? Okay.
No. It's like me.
I'll have a quick look at anything I think Renergy, could work on. I'll send a picture.
Okay. Oh yeah. Thank you. Oh, what did I do without you?
Well, I told you that story about Linda and Isla. So a few weeks before Isla died,
Oh no.
Linda had, being a kinesiologist, she'd put her feet back together and did some things because Isla had been on her feet for so many hours. And she said to Isla, I don't know how you'll survive without me, because she was going to go live in another town within weeks.
Yeah.
And Isla said, I don't think I will survive you, Mum. Without your mum. 3 weeks later,
Well,
she'd be gone.
that's so sad.
On a positive, a few days before she died, Isla said, Mum, I've been reflecting on my life. There's nothing I would have done differently. I love my life. I mean, what 18-year-old says that?
Yeah. I still reckon you know when you're going. Within yourself.
Well, Linda had premonition for years that Isla was going to die in a car accident one day. So before Isla got her license, she made sure she did defensive driving courses and all sorts of stuff. So this has been like in the makings energetically for a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's nicer ways to have the universe play things out.
She's such a lovely lady.
Linda? Yeah, definitely.
So cruel.
What do you think, Troy knew?
Some of the things I reflect back on, yeah. Yeah, you don't take any notice of it at the time. Yeah, sometimes I'm just sort of sitting there thinking, and it comes back into my head, and just these different conversations. Even the one when we were sitting there at the hospital doing chemo, I said, well, I don't know what the afterlife is, but sending butterflies. Yeah, I would never have opened my mouth about that, but it must have been the conversation that we were having on that particular day.
Yeah, right. Wow.
So, yeah. I would say to people now, just have the conversations with your loved ones
Yep.
whenever you need to.
Love them while they're here.
Mm-hmm. It's a long time gone.
Or like Isla says, are they just in another dimension?
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite remember the numbers about it, but I remember an episode of Sopranos,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the guys, can't remember who it was, but one of them was talking about purgatory. So, because they're all good Catholic boys. So they go into the Catholic priests and they donate lots of money, and then the priests would turn a blind eye when they came in for their confession regularly. Anyway, one of the guys, he was reflecting on how many murders he'd done, and he said, "Oh, what do you get per murder?" And I can't remember whether he said a year or 20 years or 100 years. He said, "Whatever, 2,000 years in purgatory, I can do that." Yeah, but you've got to be honourable in this life. Oh, did you hear the new president of Italy? The big boss of the big boss of the big bosses of the mafia has been arrested.
Oh,
No
really?
one's ever managed to make that happen, apparently.
Oh, okay.
She's doing good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard a list of the things she's managed to achieve in the first 100 days in office.
Mm.
And yeah, it's very good. And everyone, you know, all the crazy people were saying, oh my God, she's going to murder these people and she's going to cause right-wing fascism and she's going to do this and she's going to do that and she's the love child of Mussolini and Hitler and, you know. Turns out her popularity has actually gone up since she's been in, and most politicians don't manage that at all.
Okay.
We like her. She's standing up to the World Economic Forum.
Oh, good.
She's a good woman, I think. And she believes in women, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And she believes in men, which is also a good thing. So less tender that time?
Yes,
Because I was
yeah.
poking in there quite deeply.
Yeah, yeah. I can still feel it, but yeah, nothing like the first time. Same energy, no pain, no gain.
Yeah. There's still a pain and punishment circuit in there, interestingly.
You can feel it too.
Mm. Yeah, so I told Sean one day we'd have to do a video with some of these exercises on it to try to, you know, get his information out there.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Well, he sounds good because he's explaining it to you what to do.
Yeah, no, and very, very practical.
Yeah.
Very, very practical. And like even the stuff that, you know, you'd look funny in but would be good for you, like there's this brace that you can buy that sort of sits between here and it rolls your shoulders backwards. But you know, it's got like, have you seen those?
I would love something like that.
Yeah, so they're like at the Chemist Warehouse for like $40.
Oh, I don't know.
So you go in there and you just look at your height and weight and, you know, your boob
Okay.
size and stuff like that and it tells you which one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I've been meaning to buy one for, I never go to Chemist Warehouse, obviously.
I was doing a budget there the other day and I had chemist as one and I thought, when was the last time I went to a chemist?
Yeah, you need a natural chemist, Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. That's what you're after.
Yeah. I honestly, oh no, hang on, I went in for Band-Aids when I had the
Oh yeah.
thing.
Can't you spend a bomb on Band-Aids these days?
Oh, they're disgusting. I only won a few because I had to put them on when I went out, but while I was home I didn't bother.
Somewhere in Italy we had to buy Band-Aids. Jay Jay had walking shoes on and he started getting a blister on his foot.
Oh, yes.
As you do when you haven't worn your walking shoes
It's
12
right.
hours a day for, you know, forever. The last time we did that amount of walking was South America in 2018.
Oh, wow.
We were 5 years younger then.
Yeah, that's right.
10 kilos lighter, 5 years younger.
Yeah, that's what I said to someone the other day. I just feel like I'm 100 at the moment.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 days this week I've only done 7,000 though.
Really? That is not like you.
I know.
Why?
Well, the one day when I decided I was going to stay upstairs and only go down the stairs once a day, you know, I took the dog for a walk in the morning and then I went down and fed her and mowed the lawn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, only gave me 7,000. I think it was 3 days.
Okay.
But then 17,000
Relax.
yesterday.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, Jimmy was asking one day, what's the biggest walk I've ever done in one day? And I think the biggest walk we've ever done is 17 kilometres, which was a volcano in Ecuador. And it was pretty much all uphill and then all downhill.
Oh no.
And yeah, it was It was a big day. It was beautiful. It was just amazing to do.
Mm.
Somewhere in the Galapagos, I think.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I've travelled.
Yeah.
And you and your cruises, aren't you glad you've done your beautiful cruises?
Yeah.
We may never get on a cruise again.
No.
They're still making it challenging here in Australia.
Yeah. The only place I'd like to go to is Perth.
Yeah, right.
Perth or up on Broome, somewhere over in West Australia. Always wanted to go there. Yeah. When I was younger, but never got there. And most of my friends have been there, so they don't want to go there. So could go by myself. Wouldn't mind getting a train across. Is it the Indian Pacific? One that goes across the bottom there?
Is that the one that costs like 10 grand or is it a normal train?
That was a normal one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not going to do 10,000. Huh.
Because, you know, some of those are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're beautiful and wonderful, but, you know, it's like me and
I've
really-
never looked into it, but you know, it's just been something that's been sitting there.
And hold. Hold. Fingers outstretched. Oh, well, that's so much better.
Oh wow.
Still not awesome. It's still
No.
about 1.5 centimetres out compared to, say, 5.
Yeah.
Let's see what other muscle. Okay, so let me just ask. So, what's the priority? Is it structural? Oh, something electrical or spiritual. Electrical. Okay, magnets are showing up, so let's check a few other things that interact with magnets. Okay, so firstly, let's just check in relation to any magnetic or magnetic energy. And hold, 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 hold.
It's the magnets.
Oh, right. Yeah, because I was listening to a thing about people, you know, because there's been a lot of sudden deaths. And one of the areas where there's been a lot happen is at train stations. And the closer to the train people are, and then there's people who have been falling, you know, since the rollout of 5G and stuff, as well as other shenanigans. So there's something, and apparently the electric trains, the actual floor on electric trains release radiation because it's all electrical. So it's like being in an electric vehicle. It's like you're sitting in a little battery.
Wow.
So for people who are very sensitive, that can really mess with the electromagnetic energy of the heart. And then with all the heavy metals we've got in our bodies, that's attracting EMFs and stuff as well. So I would never have checked magnets for you. Both over here, let's double check. Fingers outstretched in the clear. Oh, still about the same. Okay, what's the next priority? Something else electrical. Huh, okay. Well, interesting. This time it's electrical drains. So things that are draining your electrical energy from your body. So that'll be things that are, instead of having donating electrons to your body, something's giving you protons. So cities and things give our bodies more protons. Nature and stuff give our bodies more electrons.
Oh, okay.
Might have something to do with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so in relation to any and all electrical drains. And hold. And if you've been upstairs more than normal recently,
Yeah.
that means you've probably been out in nature less than normal.
Yeah. That is so true. get that lead going and I'll be right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cleaning all electrical drains. Do you have any salt lamps around your house?
Yes.
Fingers outstretched. Oh, look, see.
Oh wow.
Cool.
Wow.
So interesting with both the magnets and the electrical drains going on.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, so your body just isn't being charged by nature at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Out there.
Out there. Even if you just go lie in the grass occasionally with Sakura. With
Yeah.
Sakura.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But because I heard that animals, when they go out in the grass and they roll over and they run around and they act like crazy things, and then we cuddle them, we get electrons from them.
Oh.
We actually take on a bunch of their positive electrons as well. How cool is
Yeah,
that?
she does that, yeah. Actually, if I go out there and lay on the grass, she just comes over and lays beside me.
Aww.
That's so cute.
That's
I wish
adorable.
I had a camera that could just look down, but if you go and get the camera, she's gone. But
Yeah. No, that's beautiful.
yeah.
Well, that was a bit of a thing today,
Oh,
wasn't it?
thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. That's very interesting.
That was very interesting. So, I don't think we got too political in there. I think we were pretty well behaved.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, whatever. It is what it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, see you everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.